A common problem among homeowners is learning about the safety condition of their neighborhood. How might we create a quicker neighborhood awareness system? So for our project, we decided to create Watcher, an application that lets users stay up to date and informed on any crime or incident related events happening in their neighborhood. This app is intended to be used by anyone who lives in the neighborhood and wants to be part of keeping their community safe. This includes homeowners of all ages and even emergency services that may want additional sources of staying up to date on anything that may require their attention.
For our research results from conducting questionnaires, we conclude that 66% of our participants live in suburban areas and 75% of our participants are students. In terms of the type of environment our participants live in, 60% of them live in suburban areas and the rest 40% live in metropolitan areas. From conducting interviews with EMS interviewees such as firefighters and paramedics, we received positive feedback on what our app can potentially help with. Lastly, conducting our research, we learned to initially cater to our suburban population who currently are students and full time employees.
Here is a hierarchical task analysis for the process of reporting an incident. Yellow blocks represent how the process is done currently, and blue blocks are what our application adds to provide extra functionality. The user would start by opening the application and choosing the new post option. This can be performed multiple times. From here, the user would need to fill out the required fields of the new report form. The user can also optionally add an image or video attachment to provide context for their report. The user would then select to publish the report. At this point, the user would be prompted to choose a location to publish it under, which would default to their current GPS location. Finally, they would select the priority of the report, which reflects how and when the users are notified.
So now what happens when users receive alerts? Well, once a user reports an incident, that post will get upvotes for legitimacy. Once it receives a certain number of upvotes, the alert will be sent out to all users who are subscribed to that channel. The notifications will appear on their phone like a normal notification. Those users have the option to select the notification, and from there they can view the full post with the location. They can see the number of upvotes, and they can either acknowledge or dismiss the notification. So users also have the option to call emergency services if needed. But before they do that, they are able to view the counter to see how many users have already called for services. And if there's zero numbers, then they should call services to notify them.
Our low fidelity prototype shows some of the main screens of our application. We wanted to depict how a user could intuitively navigate through each of the screens. When a user receives a push notification, they can click it to get into the application. They are greeted with a list of active channels representing current events. When an event is pressed, the discussion page for that event is shown. The users can now see details and contribute to the discussion. The map view will show where current events are happening around the user's location. A new incident can be reported by taking a picture and filling out a report form.
The high-fidelity prototype provides an interactive feature for our application. This depicts the report incident feature a user can use. The prototype contains an interactive map for the user to locate their incident. A search is also provided for ease of use. Once the incident has been located, the user can click to place a marker, which is recorded by the application. An easy-to-use form is also provided to gather information about the incident, such as the description and the severity levels. As you can see, the location is recorded once the user has clicked, and the severity levels are on a slider, making it very intuitive to know how severe an incident is. Once the user submits their form, they'll be taken to the discussions page. And here they can specify if they trust or if they distrust the reported incident. Users from around the neighborhood can also provide their own comments, which are then left in the chat below.
For the future of our application, we have a 4 step process. We want to conduct more research using our high and low fidelity prototypes, giving us more insights on our user base. Using this new information, we can better equip our major features to assist our user base more appropriately. And once this is complete, we would like to launch a minimum viable product to better test our application in the real world. Lastly, the application will be scaled up accordingly based on the feedback we receive from our user base using the minimum viable product.